Hello everyone, welcome to the video. I noticed that these Iceberg videos have been getting really popular, so I thought, why not make one myself? Yes, I know I am just a bit late to the party, as this started a while ago, but better late than never. I got to thinking on what would be an interesting iceberg for not only me to dive into, but also for you guys to hear about. I started thinking about how this originated, with every copy of Super Mario 64 is personalized, and then I thought Nintendo. There have been so many icebergs based around series from Nintendo, but not one that encompasses all of Nintendo. So that's what I'm doing. And if you aren't familiar with the topic, what an iceberg video is it's basically you take a topic and you start off at the tip of the iceberg with the most well-known theories, conspiracies, stuff like that, mysteries, and then the deeper down you go, the more obscured, weird, and creepy they get. Also, I found this iceberg on Reddit. Shut up. Mew under the truck. I'm pretty sure this is referencing the Easter egg / glitch where you can actually see Mew in the original Pokemon. Players thought it was interesting that the developers put in Mew 2, but not the original Mew. Long story short, if you pull off a glitch next to a certain truck, you can actually see Mew there. L is real 2401. In the fountain in the backyard of the castle in Super Mario 64, you can see something that seems to read L is real 2401. Fans thought this was a hint to a secret, but it really was nothing. In fact, it might say something else. It might not even say anything. The Minus World is basically a glitch in the original Super Mario Bros. Where if you did a backwards crouch jump on the pipe at the end of World 1-2, you will be teleported to another world. This is a hard trick to pull off, but if you do it right, Mario will begin sliding backwards and you will see on the screen World -1. This was essentially a cut level that is half completed because halfway through production they scrapped it. However, it was still in the game's code, which is why you can still find it to this day. This was basically a myth that you could obtain the Triforce in Ocarina of Time. A speedrunner of the game installed a mod where it looked like you could get it, but since it was a mod, you can't. He just fooled everybody. Missing No. This was a glitch in one of the Pokemon games. If you could take a bird, then do this, that, and the other thing, and all of a sudden, BAM! You're in a battle! But there's a catch. It's not a Pokemon, except it is? This was a Pokemon that was just a bunch of numbers and wasn't supposed to be in the game. But don't capture it or else your game breaks. There's really not much to this one. This just refers to the misinterpreted line in Super Mario 64 when Mario really says, "So long, King Bowser." It sounds like he's saying, "So long, Gay Bowser." Gay Bowser? Holding buttons increase capture chances. I looked into this and I think it's referencing the idea that button mashing increases your chances of capturing a Pokemon. This refers to in Super Mario Galaxy 2 in Shiverburn Galaxy, if you go into first person view and look up, no matter what part of the level you are in, you will always see these three figures staring back at you. And what's even weirder is in the game's files, these are named Hell Valley Skytree. There are many theories as to what these are, from maybe it's an Easter egg or something that was scrapped mid-production, or maybe it's just nothing at all. We truly will never know. Banjo 3E. This refers to the fact that there was supposed to be a third Banjo-Kazooie game called Banjo 3E. However, for whatever reason, it was cancelled mid-production. Mew 3. Not entirely sure what this means, but my best guess is it's since there is Mew and Mew 2, it's referring to the idea that there could possibly be a Mew 3. Eternal Star. Not a whole lot to this one. This is just what some players claim L is real actually says. It's just a different interpreted version. Playing as Master Hand in Melee. This refers to a glitch in Super Smash Bros. Melee where you can actually play as Master Hand on any stage. Keep in mind, the Master Hand is not supposed to be a playable character, so this is a glitch you can pull off. Sonic and Tails in Melee. This refers to an April Fool's Day joke where Nintendo hinted at Sonic and Tails being in Melee, but this was nothing more than them pulling our legs. Ocarina of Time Sky Temple. This was the idea that there was a secret dungeon in Ocarina of Time called the Sky Temple. However, it was debunked. End of story. You are Mr. Gay. I can't say that with a straight face. This refers to the box art of Super Mario Galaxy. If you read all the letters which have a star by them in order, it will read, "You are Mr. Gay." That's about it. Rayman in Smash. There was a rumor not too long ago that Rayman from Rayman Legends would be in Smash, but he wasn't. Hanging Luigi. This refers to a glitch that occurs during the power outage in Luigi's mansion. If you answer the middle phone that's ringing and wait for lightning to strike, Luigi's shadow will look like it's hanging. There were many theories about this, but at the end of the day, it's just a glitch. Super Mario Galaxy 2 in 3D All-Stars. This refers to the fact that Super Mario Galaxy 1 is in 3D All-Stars, but Galaxy 2 isn't. Why would they include 1 but not 2? That is stupid. Damn Secret Island. This is talking about in the first mission of GoldenEye 007, there is an island in the distance. Originally, players thought there was a way to get to this island, but there isn't, it's just for show. Super Mario Galaxy DS. This is an urban legend that surfaced in 2010 of footage of Super Mario Galaxy being played on the DS. However, this was just a myth. You can't actually play Mario Galaxy on the DS. Banjo-Kazooie Ice Key. In the files of Banjo-Kazooie, something that looks like an ice key was found. However, this is never seen anywhere in the game. This was probably a scrapped power-up or something. Shadow and Brawl. This refers to Shadow from Sonic being in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He is only unlockable as a trophy, but not as a playable character, which upset a lot of fans. Grinch Leak. All this is just a leak, meme, whatever you want to call it, is of the Grinch being in Smash Bros, but it's obviously fake. All Bonds. This refers to the ability to be able to unlock every person who's played James Bond in 007. Justin Bailey. This is a cheat you can use in Metroid to play Samus without her suit in the beginning of the game. Peekaboo. This is an urban legend that referred to a Pokemon that could be accessed using a code in Game Shark. Unobtainable Animal Crossing NES games. So basically in Animal Crossing, there's a part where you can play a little bit of a bunch of NES games. However, some of the games are games that have never been released. Bill's Secret Garden. There isn't a whole lot to this one. In Pokemon, there seems to be a visible path behind Bill's house. However, it is off limits to the player. You can't go there. This has led many to speculate what lies beyond. Yeah, I am. Argue? This refers to the box art of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Like Galaxy 1, if you read every letter that has a star by it, it will read, yeah, I am. Are you? So the full story is, you are Mr. Gay, and the reply is, yeah, I am. Are you? Yoshi and Luigi in Pokemon. This refers to a theory that Yoshi is a Pokemon because Yoshis are hatched from eggs, Pokemon are also hatched from eggs. Yoshi is trained by his trainer Mario, and Pokemon are trained by their trainers too. They are both very obedient to their trainers. I'm not really sure how Luigi fits into this, but he's there too. Waluigi in Super Mario 64 DS. This is about the fact that Waluigi is not a playable character in Super Mario 64 DS, when Luigi, Wario, Mario, and Yoshi all are. There have been mods to play as Waluigi, but he's not an actual unlockable character. Noki Bay Book. In Super Mario Sunshine and Noki Bay, when you're in the bottle, you can swim to the bottom where the stone structure is to find a door. If you go right up to the door and position your camera the right way, you'll be able to see the other side of a door, which is a book. People speculate this could be just an Easter egg, a scrap mission, or just a random things the developers put in. We will never know. Purple Prizes. I think this refers to in 2006 as an April Fool's joke. A fan released a full model 3D render of Waluigi, leading many fans to believe he was a playable character in SM64 DS. Toad in Melee. Toad is not a playable character in Melee. There was a rumor that if you got a perfect score during the credits minigame, you could unlock Toad. However, this is false. Super Mario 128. This was supposed to be a new Mario game, although at the time it was just a test demo and was shown at Space World 2000. Many fans were sure this would be the sequel to Mario 64. 64 times 2 is 128 after all. However, for unknown reasons, this game was cancelled, but it is confirmed that yes, there was going to be a sequel to Mario 64, but it got scrapped. Brutus the Bulldog. This was a rumored evil character in Animal Crossing, but it's nothing more than a myth. Fire Temple Chant. In Ocarina of Time, in the Fire Temple, the song that plays is quite eerie. Have a listen. There were theories that the song loosely resembled a Muslim religious chant. In the Europe version, they kept this song in, but in the US, they took it out for some reason. Lavender Town Syndrome. There was an urban legend circulating that the Lavender Town song from Pokemon includes pitches that can only be heard by kids under the age of 14. This would drive kids mentally insane and even to the point of killing themselves, but no documented cases of kids committing suicide are connected to this, so it's most likely a myth. Jesus is a fetus. Jesus is a villain in the game Earthbound and is the master of all evil. If you look closely, you can see he eerily resembles a fetus. Creepy. Ghost House Face. I am like 90% sure this is referring to the Easter egg of a ghost face that occurs at the end of one of the ghost houses in Super Mario 3D Land. If not, let me know in the comments. Beating the Running Man. In the Zelda series, there is a man named the Running Man who does laps around a farm. In the game, it is impossible to beat him, but players have tried thinking to get a prize when they beat him, but nobody can. It's impossible. Nude Samus. Okay, so funny story about this one, I looked this up and all that came up for me was Samus porn, and I am not going down that rabbit hole, so no thank you. Under the Shy Guy's masks. Shy Guy always wears a mask. Over the years, fans will have wondered, what's under his mask? Super Mario 64 Rideable Yoshi. I think this might refer to the idea that, you can meet Yoshi on the roof when in Super Mario 64 when you have 120 stars. You can't ride him though. That's it. Swastika Dungeon. In the original Legend of Zelda, there is a dungeon where the map resembles a swastika, but right side up and not sideways. As it turns out, this is actually a Japanese symbol of good fortune. Marty the Thwomp. This refers to a Thwomp in Mario Kart 64 who is green and is the only green Thwomp. Super Hornio Bros. All this is a series of pornographic movies released in the 90s, which are a parody of Mario. Enough said. Tataka's Song. Kazumi Tataka is a Japanese composer who has worked on many Nintendo games. Every game he works on, he leaves his signature song hidden. Since he worked on Wii Sports, people think that they can sort of hear the song in tennis balls hitting back and forth. I think it might be a bit of a stretch, but go ahead and see for yourself. Bend Round. This is an old creepypasta which really honestly deserves its own video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a separate video about this, because I'd be happy to. It's really interesting, because there isn't nearly enough time for me to cover it all. In short, it's a creepypasta about a kid who buys a copy of Majora's Mask from a guy who knew a kid named Ben who drowned. Ben drowned! Yeah! And this person named Ben has haunted the game. Next. The Wario Apparition. This was supposedly beta footage of Wario being in the game, but it's fake. Super Mario 65. This is a fan game that fans made. It's not real. Yoshi's Story. Purple Yoshi. Yoshi turns a bunch of different colors. Cool. However, in Yoshi's Story, purple and brown seem to be missing. Pokemon Creepy Black. I'm not sure if there's much more to this other than this is the main antagonist of Pokemon. Geno in Brawl. There was a rumor that Geno from Super Mario RPG would be in Brawl, but he's not and never will be. We will actually never see Geno in anything ever again, and here's why. Because Super Mario RPG is technically not licensed by Nintendo. The Bowser Room. This is essentially a hidden room in SM64 where everything is white and there is a single picture of Bowser hanging on the wall. To this day, this has not been debunked or proven, so we still don't know, but it is in the game's debug codes. Super Mario FX. All this is trying to render Mario's face from Super Mario 64 into other Mario games. Every copy of Super Mario 64 is personalized. We're kind of getting into Icebergception here. This is quite literally the thing that started the Iceberg trend. This is the idea that every copy of Mario 64 is tailored to the owner of that copy. Chorus Kids and Smash 64. Chorus Kids is a flash game about chorus boys who get beat by their instructor. It was rumored that they would be in Smash 64, but this is obviously faked as it's not even a licensed game. Pikachu hates Sony. This refers to a little Easter egg in Hey You Pikachu. In this game, you can talk to Pikachu using the mic and get different reactions. However, for whatever reason, if you mention Sony, he gets angry. Nintendo On. This is a prototype for a virtual reality headset that Nintendo is currently working on. Right now, there are versions of it out, but only in Japan and certain parts of Asia. SSS and returns. This refers to, in Pokemon, a ship that sets sail and never returned. That's all there is to it, at least to my knowledge. The Ghost of Misery Mire. In Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, there is a place called Misery Mire. There was a rumor that if you pulled off a certain glitch combined with the cheat code, you could kill an invisible enemy. This was in fact proven as true, and it was dubbed the name The Ghost from Misery Mire. Desert Pyramid. In Ocarina of Time, it was rumored that there may be a secret temple after it was found that playing the Song of Storms in a certain location makes lightning strike on a pyramid in the distance. However, no hidden temples exist. This is just a fake. The Chris Julian Room. In October of 1990, Nintendo held a contest to get a fan's name programmed into the game. This happened to be a Link to the Past, and if you do something and then this and that, and you will end up in the Chris Julian Room. Wow. Obviously, this must be the name of the person who won the contest, but it is filled with rupees, and it's a pretty cool secret. Splash OKO chance. This just refers to when Pokemon Splash has a 1% chance of doing an instant KO on the first turn. SMB1 Chocolate Factory. A fan developer of Super Mario Bros. Released some new art and said it was from a new hidden level called Chocolate Factory. However, this was nothing more than a prank. It doesn't exist. Cheetah Men 2 Hidden Levels. A badly programmed game called Cheetah Men came out and nobody liked it. So what better thing to do than make a second one that's even worse? Yeah, this just refers to the countless levels, items, files, and other things which were scrapped. Who are you running from? This refers to a really creepy Easter egg that is a part of the Game Boy camera. On the main menu, there are 2 options, shoot and view. If you select shoot, it will send you down a rabbit hole of other options, and next thing you know, this is on your screen. Slamfest 99. This actually is pretty interesting. This was a 4-way brawl between Mario, Yoshi, Pikachu, and Donkey Kong, and was supposed to be promoting Super Mario Smash Bros. Melee. However, it was never released because it was considered too violent for the demographic Nintendo was aiming for. So all that's left, just a few pictures from that event. SMW Laser Shoot. This refers to a video that surfaced in 2006 of what appeared to be a secret exit in one of the top secret areas of Super Mario World. This was done by somehow glitching the game to go through an invisible warp pipe, but this was debunked to be a hoax. Pokegods. This just refers to a group of Pokemon which are fake. Kirby's Red Diamond. This was a bootleg Kirby game that came out in 2000. This game was thought to be a lost game that Nintendo was working on, but was cancelled mid-production since there were auctions on it. However, this was never a game Nintendo was working on. It was just a bootleg fan-made game. Creepy Castle Unused Pillar. In Donkey Kong 64, in the creepy castle behind these gates, you can find a purple banana circulating a short pillar. You can collect the purple banana, but the pillar does nothing, and the fans speculated if it had a purpose. As it turns out, the pillar was supposed to be used for something, but whatever it was scrapped. Mean Girls DS. This was a lost game that was supposed to be released in 2010 but never was, and we know this because there are pictures from the game. This basically is Mean Girls, but it's a DS game. One more thing I'd like to point out, which is interesting, is that Lindsay Lohan is not on the cover despite her huge role in the game. Now, this game was supposed to come out. It was done. It was ready to come out, and it even came out in Europe. But for whatever reason, it never came out in the US, even though there was a set date for it to be released. But that got canceled and pushed back, and it never came out. White Hand. This refers to a Pokemon that was half completed and thought to be in red-blue. It is deep in the game's files, the name White Hand. This sprite was thought to appear in the graveyard of Lavender Town, but no one knows for sure. GoldenEye Citadel. Citadel was an unused stage in GoldenEye 007, but what's weird is that in the files of the stage had actual collision models and seemed to be complete, unlike most unused stages. This shows that this stage must have been very far in development and maybe even close to being finished before it was scrapped. Zelda 3, The Triforce Saga. I think this refers to a game being sold on eBay even though it was fake or something like that, I don't know. Rainbow Pikmin. In the original Pikmin, there were only 3 colors, but a fan made a design of a rainbow Pikmin, leaving fans to think it was real and could be unlocked in some crazy way. As it turns out, no matter what you do, it's a hoax and can't be unlocked. Fado's House. This is from Twilight Princess and is a house that the player can never enter. Despite this, fans have tried numerous times in different ways to get inside, and they did find a glitch that will get you to go inside, but all it is a black box. NES Godzilla. This refers to a very long creepypasta about the NES Godzilla game. I don't even know what it's about, so I won't summarize it because I've never read it, but I do know that it is one of the longest known creepypastas, being 8 chapters long. Buried alive. I think this refers to a zombie who also happens to be a Pokemon trainer. He was intended to be the boss of the Pokemon Tower, but he was switched with someone else and scrapped to be left in the game files unused. The Chicago Ghost. In the N64 game Perfect Dark, there was a ghost on the Chicago level, which was fittingly dubbed the name, the Chicago Ghost. At the entrance in the club of the mission, there is a rare chance that a door will open and 2 of the guards will be dead. If you go in this room, you will be shot by the Chicago Ghost, which causes you to immediately fail the mission. To this day, the Chicago Ghost has still not been caught. Missing No in X and Y. This isn't anything too crazy, this is just an Easter egg in Pokemon X and Y referencing the original Pokemon Missing No. The model is seen in a dark doorway in Lumino City. Pokemon fusions. I think this refers to a website where you can fuse any Pokemon with any Pokemon. This leads to some disturbing results if you freeze certain ones. If you like this game, buy it or die. This is a Pokemon variation of the anti-piracy meme circulating the internet. Pretty much, fans are making fake anti-piracy additions to games. One in Pokemon is when you talk to someone, he will say, if you like this game, buy it or die. 8-Bit Mario and Ultimate. This was just a rumor that the original 8-Bit Mario would be in Smash Ultimate, but this is a hoax. Luigi's Mansion Beta. Luigi's Mansion Beta has some very, very interesting stories behind it. In the footage from Space World 2001, we can see that there seems to be a timer in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, this led many fans to speculate that, oh, maybe the original game concept was you had 24 hours in real time to save Mario, and if you didn't, you would get the game over screen, which the beta game over screen of Luigi's Mansion is notorious for being one of the most terrifying game over screens in Mario history, which is why they didn't include it, because it's obviously too scary to be shown to kids. Yoshi in SMB1. This is just a rendered version of 8-bit Yoshi being in Super Mario Bros. Obviously this is fake because Yoshi didn't have his first appearance until Super Mario World. Yeah Beavis 1. This was a mentioned game that first got mentioned in 1989 when gaming was starting out. But there was a list of a bunch of NES games, and on it was a game called Yeah Beavis. Nothing is known about this game other than the one picture from it. It was most likely scrapped from production, is what people thought for the longest time, until they found out that it never existed to begin with. It was just the name of something to trick fans into speculation. Chunky in Smash 4. This is referencing the fact that Chunky Kong was rumored to be an assist trophy in Smash. Long story short, it's a hoax. He wasn't. Subliminal messages in SMB1 All-Stars. Now, I'm not completely sure what this referred to, but looking this up, I found one video on this. I'll just let you watch it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this means, but feel free to please leave in the comments if you think you know. Missing No in Pokemon Go. This is just a theory that Missing No also being in Pokemon Go. However, no one has confirmed or denied this yet. Catastrophe Crow. This was an unfinished game on the N64. What's interesting is this is a game that was never meant to come out. The production was an ARG. The main developer of the game abruptly stopped production one day. When the police went to his house, he was nowhere to be found. Only a note that said he loved his wife and his kids, but he needed to start his life anew. To this day, he still has never been found under the same identity. This will be known as the interactive game, which never existed. Nintendo DS Hyper. Hyper was a Japanese fighting game that came out on the DS and for whatever reason never got released in America. Nintendo is keeping Mozart alive. Okay, this is the part of the iceberg where things start getting really obscure, weird, and unbelievable. This was a huge, long article about this that I didn't read the whole thing, but I'll link it in the description if it interests you. So basically, apparently Mozart knew someone who strived to find immortality. Some believe that he did it and gave it to Mozart. Now, where was he in the time after he died, but before Nintendo got created, and why was Nintendo headquarters the place of all places? Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, keep those tinfoil hats on. Pokemon Yellow Box message. Basically, in the Pokemon Yellow boxes, there were written messages in some of them and saying how Pikachu has killed so many people. It hasn't been proven or debunked yet, but it's probably a hoax. Mario Party DS anti-piracy. This is just another fan-made anti-piracy thing. This might have been what started it all. The catch here is the game will randomly stop and then show all of the characters behind jail bars, and it will say, "Piracy is no party. Turn off the console. You've committed a serious crime." Scrammy Bingus and Crunchy Spingus. This is a meme, it's a non-existent video game. Mario and Luigi, partners in YouTube. This is basically a fan-made animation of Mario fighting Luigi, but it's in the style of Partners in Time, and then Luigi's head takes off his body, and then Chuck Norris kills him. I really don't get Nintendo fans sometimes. Horse Autopsy with Lizzie McGuire. When I looked this up, all I found was one image of a DS game. Is it real? Is it fake? Who knows? I couldn't find any other information about this. Hotel Mario Ouija Boss. This is just a meme, nothing scary. People took this unsettling picture of Luigi from Hotel Mario and put it on memes everywhere. End of story. Shrek in Smash 4. If you guys think this is anything but a joke, something's wrong with it. This is just a leaked thing of Shrek being in Smash Bros, and I won't even consider it a leak, more or less a meme. Luigi in Ocarina of Time. I'm pretty sure this refers to a mod/engine where you can play as Luigi in Ocarina of Time. Fourth Zelda CDI game. I think this might be referring to there was maybe going to be a fourth Zelda CDI game, or this could be referring to the Zelda CDI games in general, some of the worst games ever made. Brothers in Arms. This was an episode from Looney Tunes, not sure why this is on here unless it's referring to something else, which it very well might be. Reggie is G-Jess. Okay, this is just the stupidest meme of all time. G-Jess is a character from Earthbound, and some people thought, hey, let's combine the head of Nintendo America and one of the most terrifying villains in gaming history. That's what they did, and apparently he's like the most powerful being ever or something. Luigi in real life. This is just a terrifying picture of what Luigi would look like realistically, and don't even get me started with Mario. Polybius and Game Watch. In the 1980s, when the gaming industry was just starting, a secret government organization wanted to make a game that would brainwash its players to addiction. This also coincides with another unorthodox experiment called MK Ultra, which I may or may not be talking about in an upcoming video. This game would have bright flashing lights and random image text pop-ups, which would slowly brainwash the person playing it. Now, this was an arcade game, but it was going to be ported to the Game Boy, but never was after it got taken off the market. This game was taken off after many cases of nightmares, suicidal thoughts, migraines, and hallucinations were connected to this game. This will always be known as the game that brainwashed people into insanity and got taken off the market because of it. My dad works at Nintendo. I think this refers to a guy who said his dad worked at Nintendo and everybody believed him, so he fooled everyone into believing all of this new fake content was coming out when it really wasn't. 6/23/24/01. This is about the actual confirmation of L is Real 2401, and 1 month after Super Mario 64 came out, an actual 3D model render of Luigi was released by Nintendo themselves. This shows that Luigi was actually supposed to be in the game, but because of hardware limitations, you couldn't. Nintendo headquarters was almost nuked. Yes, this is a very real thing. Now, I don't know which one this is talking about. I'm assuming it's the first thing, but there is also a second thing that I would like to mention that it probably is not mentioning. However, it is very interesting nonetheless. So the less heavier part is in the 1990s, there was a Game Boy found in a bunker in Vietnam. A bunker that got raided and blown up, and it looks really Not in good shape. Looks like it's seen better days, for sure. The heavier stuff, the year is 1964. The Cold War is at its height. The Cold War is at its peak, and Nintendo is a company. Yes, Nintendo has been a company ever since actually the late 1800s. They, before they settled on video games, they did all sorts of things. Japan got nuked. Now, it didn't get nuked, not anything like Hiroshima, but it did get an air raid from Russia. And one of the bombs that landed almost completely blew up Nintendo headquarters. Now, had this have happened, I really don't think video games would exist, let alone be as big as they are. And that's it. We made it. The bottom of the iceberg. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, if you enjoyed it. I mean, I know I definitely enjoyed making it, and researching all the topics was really interesting, and it was really fun to edit. This is kind of a little test thing to see how well it will do, because I know that the Iceberg videos have been getting really popular lately, so I figured I'd try it out. Let me know if you guys would like me to do maybe other icebergs on different topics, or maybe I'd also be willing to dive deeper into this Nintendo iceberg. Maybe get more topics, more broader, more stuff, not just because most of these were urban legends, conspiracy theories, glitches, stuff like that, Easter eggs. But if you guys would like me to, I can turn this into like a series and really dive deep in the world of Nintendo, because there is a lot of stuff to unpack. So let me know if that is something you all would be interested in. With that being said, my name's Alex, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.